African fire monster is an African story. The Nkobo, which appears in the legends of some African tribes, is a monster that wields the power of fire. In the story, the Nkobo attacks the village and threatens the villagers with the power of its fire. Once upon a time, there was a small village that lived deep in the vast savanna of Africa, near a volcano. The village has always coexisted with the forces of nature around it. The villagers revered the earth and feared volcanoes, but they regarded its power as sacred. But one day, a terrible legend for the village becomes a reality. It was the legend of the fire monster. This monster was said to have long slept in the deep belly of the volcano, but one year, a volcano erupted violently, lava burned the earth, and a terrible voice echoed from the mountains. The villagers finally realized that the fire monster had woken up. The monster's name was Gunaga, and it had a huge, fiery body and eyes that glowed red like flames. According to legend, Gunaga was not just a volcanic monster, but an incarnation of the fire god, who, when he woke up, was believed to bring disaster to the earth. One evening, an elder watching over the village said to the young people, "Gunaga is not just a terrifying monster. He is the one who gives trials. If the brave can calm his anger, he will be able to bring peace and prosperity to the village." Hearing this story, the boy Kalik decided to embark on a journey to pacify the Gunaga with courage. Kalik took the method taught by the village elder to his heart and headed to the foot of the volcano. On the way, as he crossed a steep road and stood in front of a burning volcano, Kalik's heart was filled with fear. However, he calmed down and went ahead to challenge the Gunaga. The moment Kalik reached the entrance to the volcano, a Gunaga appeared with a huge sound. The figure dressed in flames was like fire itself. His eyes glowed crimson, and his whole body was radiating heat like lava. Gunaga looked down at Kalik and said in a low voice, "Are you going to challenge me, young man? I am the power of the earth itself. Your life will only disappear like a flame." Kalik said without taking a step back, "I came for the village. I am not afraid of your power. I heard that if you can release your anger, you can bring peace to the village. That's why I'm up against you." Gunaga laughed and burned the flames fiercely. Kalik said without taking a step back, "I have come for the village. I am not afraid of your strength. I heard that if you can release your anger, you can bring peace to the village. That's why I'm up against you." Gunaga laughed and burned the flames fiercely. "You are foolish, but I did not expect someone to relieve my anger. Okay, take my test." With those words, Gunaga unleashed a huge fireball at Kalik. Kalik quickly dodged and tried to hunt down Gunaga using the volcanic rocks. However, no matter how much they fought, the flames of the Gunaga continued to burn without stopping. So Kalik began to chant ancient songs in honor of the god of fire. It was an ancient song that quelled the earth and fire. His singing voice gradually became louder and more powerful, and the air around him began to calm down. Gunaga listened to the song and gradually gathered the momentum of the flames. "Your heart is pure," said Gunaga. "I didn't expect you to relieve the wrath of the fire god, but I won't be angry anymore. Let's give peace to the village." With those words, the flame disappeared from Gunaga's body, and instead a warm light spread, and the volcano quietly fell asleep. Kalik returned safely to the village, and the villagers regained peace. Then, a festival in honor of the fire god began to be held every year in the village, and the legend of Gunaga was passed down. Kalik became a hero of the village as a hero, and his name will be passed down to future generations. End.